Welcome back to 405 Sports. It's in a long-awaited wait. We're back for 2024 and better. So let's go ahead and get into this one. The Chicago Bears had the number 1 overall pick due to the DJ Moore trade for the number 1 overall pick. And definitely, let's just get this out of the way. Not looking great for the Panthers.
No, it might be one of the worst trades in a long time. Unless Bryce Young just figures it out in the next couple of years. But
I've seen a lot of people that say C.J. Stroud would look similar, but I don't know.
I think CJ he wouldn't look as bad, but I still think he would struggle a lot more. But yeah, let's just get that out of the way. But now while we're on it, like I said, Bears got the number 1 overall pick. Now, here's the deal. What do the Bears do with that pick?
So, first of all, they said they're keeping their coach. They're keeping Mike Eberflus, which I think is a good idea. I like him. And if they're keeping him, I think they should keep Justin Fields. But I still think they should draft Caleb Williams. Now, this is not a whole lot of people think that's a good idea. I'd say give Justin 1 year, 2 years, just to see if he does take or continue taking those steps forward. And if he doesn't, I mean, you got Caleb Williams sitting there on 2 years of training in the NFL. And if he does look good, you can trade Caleb Williams for 1,000 draft picks. Either way, I mean, you're not gonna get as much for him as you would if you trade that pick now. But I feel like it's a good backup plan just in case Justin Fields doesn't take the next step that he needs to be like your franchise guy. But I think Justin Fields can be your franchise guy. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of different opinions about it.
I think they should stick with Justin and not draft a quarterback. He missed, 4 games this year, and they're 1 game out of the playoffs. I mean, I don't think that's enough to just throw out the whole ship and then start over again like they've been doing the last several years. But I think you got to get Marv at 1 and see what he can do with that, and then I guess move on after next year if it's still the same.
Mm-hmm. So I like both of those opinions. One thing I do like is in the NFL, I think these days they need to stop starting college kids day 1. I think that needs to stop because I think what's happening is they're going in and they're almost going in blank, right? They don't know anything. Like if I was the Panthers, I would have sent Andy Dalton in, just a little bit.
Well, because it's such a different game. The speed's different, the schemes are different.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't learn it in one off season.
Exactly. There's so many examples that you can just go off of being like, this guy started game 1, and Sam Darnold.
If you look back about really good quarterbacks in the NFL, like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, none of them started in year 1. Yeah. None of. I mean, there's a couple that did, like Peyton Manning did, but he was terrible his first year. Yeah. He threw 19 interceptions. He threw a lot of picks. And so you can't look at a quarterback after this first year. I mean, we just did with Bryce Young, but you can't look at him after year 1 and really say how their career is going to be. Yeah. And it's hard to put him in that position.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted to start off with saying I could see that happening because you're right. They could trade Caleb for a lot of picks and stuff. But at the same time, I am in the boat of drafting Marvin. And then now here's the thing. You traded for Montez Sweat. You traded your second-round pick, which has worked out. He's been good. I think he has 5 or 6 sacks since joining the Bears. So he's been good. You re-signed him. You don't have a second-round pick, but you do have a second first. Do you go an offensive lineman? Do you just double up the offense, or do you go defensive player? And
so you guys humor me with this one. So they have 1, right? I want to say the Patriots have 3.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. What are the odds they trade from 1 to 3 and just hope Marv's still there? Trade back with the Patriots so the Patriots can I think the Patriots like Drake May better anyways.
Commanders will be 2 probably.
They like Caleb.
I think so. You trade back, hypothetically, you trade back to 3, get either another first or you get
probably no. This would be a second.
Or a second. You get something, and you still get your guy Marv at 3, and you let either the Commanders jump up 1 or the Patriots jump up 2.
Yeah. I'd just take one of their second-round picks. That way you're
get a second, or
34.
get a young guy on the Patriots. I don't really know who they got that you need, but it's hard to trade players for picks, but
there's not a lot of players also on the Patriots
that you'd want. Yeah.
DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Play for pick.
Me personally, I think I'd double up the offense. I think I'd draft an offensive lineman with that second first-round pick. I think I'd take – I don't know who's going to be there.
It'd be like low teens, right? Or would it be high teens?
Well, it depends on if they win on Sunday.
It's true.
So if they –
I've seen like the Oregon State kid. I don't know what his name is. But I've seen him go like somewhere between like 15
Yeah.
and 25.
Yeah.
Running back?
No, the tackle or
Mm.
guard. I don't know what he is.
Yeah. I'm blanking on the names right now, but there's definitely a lot of offensive line.
Yeah, there's a
talent
lot of offensive line
that I
in
could
this
see him
draft.
Taking, but there's also a lot of defensive talent that I could see him taking. So I don't know. I just don't want the. I like when the Bears are good. That's me.
That's what I was gonna. If you take Caleb, are you taking a receiver at like what they're gonna 10 or whatever?
Say they get
They lose
say they get
Sunday.
15,
Mhm.
right? I think if they take Caleb, they should go take who would they even? They're not gonna get Marv. They're not gonna get
I don't think
the
they
next
get-
guy.
I don't think
Neighbors.
they get Rome or Neighbors.
No.
You really?
I
No.
don't know.
Then get was it Brian Thomas? They might get
Bri-
Rome.
If Brian Thomas declares,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
he
Brian
needs to
Thomas
declare.
declares.
Yeah. Well, and
They
it's
could get a whole
it's
bunch of
also going to
guys.
be weird because we haven't not that we haven't had a receiver go that high, but like obviously Marv will go top 3, and then Neighbors should be top 5, top 6. So it's not like last year where there's just like a
they all go at once.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not what it's 21 through 24. There's
Yeah.
4 straight receivers.
Yes. So you
Yeah.
know, I think the receivers will be a little mixed.
And I've seen mock drafts where like all 3 of those guys plus 2 more. Like I've seen like 6 receivers in the first round,
Yeah. Like
and then
like
I've seen
Franklin,
like 2 in
Oregon.
the first round. Yeah,
Yeah.
Troy Franklin. I've seen Emeka,
Oh yeah.
he's
From Ohio State.
Ohio State guy.
I've even seen Tez Walker from UNC at the very end of the draft.
Yeah, like I've
Yeah.
seen like 6 or 7 receivers
Yeah.
down to like just 2. Like
Yeah.
I've seen just Neighbors in
Harrison.
in the first round.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could get realistically whoever they want.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I'm glad to see that they have 7 wins because they're chanting "We want Fields" the other day. Like, thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really feel like Fields deserved that because before this year, there was not much love for Justin Fields.
No, and like I said earlier, it's good to have a team with that much history like be relevant
Yeah.
because it just means more to like a lot of fans when a team
Yeah.
like that's good because like the Bears Packers rivalry will actually like mean something now. It's not just a game.
Yeah.
The Packers are going to beat them by 30.
Right, and that's why it's gonna be even more fun this weekend.
Yeah,
Or like
it's-
even like the Knicks being good in basketball. That's
Yeah.
always fun.
it's more fun for most fans when teams that are relevant and they know about
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah, because like let's be honest, the Bears of the last 10 years they'll always get talked about.
They're
It's like the
they've
Jets.
been the laughing stock of the league
Right.
for what feels like 20 years.
It does. Even though there wasn't that many good Jay Cutler years. So
Yeah, I think they made the playoffs like twice.
yeah, so I don't know.
And Fields wasn't good to start the year. So
No.
No, he
that's what
wasn't.
started it all. But here down the stretch, after he came back from injury, he's been pretty good.
Right.
DJ
And-
Moore's helped him a lot too.
Yeah, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet's looking nice. I like. Cole
He's
Kmet.
been a good
I
tight end.
I do. Our boy Tevin Jenkins, good on the offensive line. A little weird because at the beginning of training camp, it was like, yo, he's not reporting, and now he's really good for them. So
Yeah.
that's a reason I could see them maybe going, with first pick
Yeah.
Marv and then defense in the second
Yeah.
pick. But
I feel like if they do, which I don't think they can screw up, which is a bold statement. I think if they don't take Caleb and they take Marv, I feel like that's good. If they take Caleb and then trade Justin Fields, I feel like that's also like no one's gonna be mad at him
Yeah.
realistically,
yeah,
because Caleb Williams is gonna be like the next coming of Patrick Mahomes, it was supposed to be. So I feel like they can screw it up, but I feel like it's gonna be really hard for them to screw this up.
Justin wouldn't be gone before the season starts, you would think, right? So that easing him into it
Like,
may
if-
not work. If they draft Caleb and he was saying you'd rather ease him into it and not start him day one, I don't know that Fields would want to do that because he's young. It's not like a
yeah,
Ben
Yeah,
Roethlisberger.
it's not.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah. That's a
good point.
That's a different type
If
of
they draft
situation.
Caleb, would Justin be like, "Hey, just trade me now"?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mentoring this guy.
Yeah. Well, and it came out today that
I didn't
you
think
could
about
get
that. That's a
you
good
could
point.
get maybe a second or a third for Justin. So we'll see.
I've seen some crazy packages for Justin Fields.
Hey,
I
mean,
don't know if he's worth that much, but
I don't really know where he would fit. Really,
I've seen like Raiders, Saints, Falcons.
Falcons would not be the worst thing I've
I
ever
would,
heard.
dude. I think it'd be sweet on the Falcons.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think it'd be awesome
I mean, they've got guys.
because they've got so much talent.
Yeah.
They just need a quarterback.
That division sucks.
That
division
division
is
does
terrible.
suck. If the Falcons had a decent quarterback, like they would.
Yeah, I mean he's
Kyle
got
Pitts and
Drake London,
and
Bijan.
even Tyler Algier.
Yeah,
Shoot, they'd probably be in there if they started Heineke all year.
Yeah, probably.
I think Heineke's better than Ritter anyways. But
Yeah.
He is.
He sure
the
is.
games they win is whenever.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the Bears can go a lot of ways, like
Yeah.
a lot of
a
different
lot
ways.
of ways. A lot of ways, and they got a lot of time to think about this
Yeah,
stuff.
and
I mean,
it'll be fun to watch and see what they do.
Yeah.
Because the draft's not till April.
yeah,
So
end of April. Yeah,
Yeah.
It does Sunday.
yeah.
heck, Justin
make a
Fields.
lot.
Yeah,
If they make playoffs, that may change a lot.
we may be having a completely different conversation in 2 weeks from now.
We
so
could. So, Ryan Poles, he's been a decent GM, but he's also not been the greatest GM. So,
yeah, Claypool for a second was
yeah,
terrible.
That's where I'm really headed with that one. So, we'll just have to see. And go ahead and like and subscribe. Comment down below who you think the Bears should take with that number 1 overall pick. And thank you guys for watching the video.